What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing real well. I saw a couple of you in here, JB's and Brangus McGee. Brangus McGee, JB's, what's going on? 2 MVPs in my midst, in my chat, if you're still here. That is quite alright if you can only stay for a little bit. I appreciate you being here. And more so, I appreciate what you did for me over in AOB stream. Man, that was absolutely incredible. I appreciate you like to no end. You did not have to do that, and it meant a lot. Hey, JB, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a good night. I have quite the story time for y'all tonight. I think I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what happened to my back. And I'm gonna go as long as I possibly can tonight. I'm gonna remember that I just have to sit up straight a little bit, so I'm sharing the love, and I appreciate that, Brangus. Caradox Rift, how are you tonight? I hope you're doing well today, fam. So sorry, I don't think I texted you today, and that's my bad. I was woke up, had a great conversation, and then I went out with one of my buddies from work, and he took me out to lunch. It was kind of nice to catch up. Then I came back, and it was WrestleMania Backlash Day, so Nikki Nocturne, she does a lot of the wrestling streams. I hopped in there. We turned on the pay-per-view or PLE, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we got to watch that. It was pretty awesome matches. Weird ending though. Missed opportunity. Need a storytime stream to unwind. Been putting long, late hours in the LV. Yeah, no, I know that struggle, that grind, everything, JB. And absolutely, man, stay as long as you need to. I got quite the stories for you. I also do have a couple of mail. In fact, let me get this one out of the way since you are here right this second. And the one thing that I did have for some time, the past 2 streams, and I never did, and I have no idea why, is I had something show up from JB, and I never really shared it off. And I apologize, because it was something that I absolutely appreciated to no end. It was a brilliant, selfless gesture, especially for somebody as me who always appreciates the art, so super appreciate you, fam. For that, that's going to go in the very special binder, but check this out, y'all. This just arrived in the mail a couple weeks ago. Absolutely, and much love to you. This is an original, first edition, I might add. Neo, Discovery? Corsola by Yukamori. And it's one of the very few that I've always absolutely wondered what was going on in this scene, and did she actually do this under the water? I have no idea. And so when this showed up, it is... Oh, now I remembered what I forgot to do. So when it showed up, man, I was absolutely just floored, blown away. I don't have too much from the Neo era, so to have anything at all is absolutely kind of like a piece of history. So with all my heart, man, I absolutely appreciate it. It will be cherished indeed. We're gonna go ahead and set that up here for the nice little centerpiece for today's video. And yeah, totally apologize that I didn't get to that sooner. I have no idea why that happened. I think it's because I put it on top of the mail stack instead of next to my table, and just blanked on it. Absolutely appreciate you. You're definitely a huge part of the community, man, and keep doing what you're doing, because you're an absolute beast and editing genius. So Kara, I know you said you're busy. I won't be on too late. I have a few clients. But yeah, no worries at all, Kara. In fact, I wasn't even 100% certain. Man, it's going to cut off the top of my head because I'm trying to sit up straighter when I do stream. I guess I could sit back a little bit. But I wasn't even sure I was going to do this. And then I was sitting in Al stream, and I was sitting up straight, and I was standing. and I realized I was no longer standing at an angle. You know, I still had a little, just about out 85. And then I just missed it. I know y'all can understand missing something that you're used to doing and something that you do enjoy doing. And that's one of these. I just really enjoyed doing it. Shared you out to a few channels. Any late night wanderers? Yeah, no worries, Night Wanderer. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I have a feeling that, much to JB's point earlier, I think I want to be like the cool down stream. You know, like the stream that y'all can just kind of trickle into, to be like, you know what, I just need to get away from the chaos of the world and just kind of chill for a minute. And I'm super glad that y'all are here. I do want to give a very special shout out. This is broke my spine in 2010. It's never been the same. Man, I am so sorry to hear that. Even what I'm going through, the most that it could be and what I've confirmed is a pinched nerve, and that can't even compare to that. So yeah, I do hope that I hope that things aren't harder than they need to be, is what I'll say. Because I don't know, how tall are you, JB, if I can ask? Because I'm kind of on the giant realm. I'm 6'5", and so gravity isn't too kind to me naturally. Plus, through all the gaming, streaming, video watching, streaming, writing, Pokemoning, I'm definitely like hunched over all the time. I'm breathing and walking. Hell yeah. Both great things. Trainer Glenn, man, how are you? I hope you're doing well, fam. 5'6". Okay, short. Not short. I would say that's about average, man. You're not short. Pinch nerves still suck, though. They can cause some serious... Yeah, they can. Trainer Glenn. JB, what's up? Trainer Glenn, how are you, man? How was your day? Did you achieve everything you were setting out to get today? If there was anything you were setting out to get. Pinch nerves, yeah, so let's talk about it for a second. 7 of you already in here. I super appreciate you guys. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. Hanging upside down and letting gravity work your back is a good thing, man. Brangus, when I say, like, I would love to have an inversion table and just something that could suspend me upside down for a minute. In fact, probably tonight I'm gonna go down my stairs. I live on the 3rd floor, and I can grab the stairs from down below on the other flight, and I can hang myself from those. And sometimes I can help decompress my spine, so. How much did you miss? You really didn't miss much, Nat. Yes. Yes, inversion tables are the best. Brangus, me and Kev actually talked about it the other day, the inversion table. Absolutely we did. And how much I would absolutely love it. And at the same time, I'm kind of scared because of how tall I am, and I've used an inversion table one time. It was not proper, I'm sure. It was me and my friends using an inversion table. And so when they flipped me upside down, I don't know, I kind of slipped and my head like scraped the floor. And I was like, oh, I can't sit here like this. I'm on my head. Alien! How's it going, fam? How are you? And Nat, how are you? You didn't miss much, honestly. I'm just talking about back problems. I introduced that JB sent this in the mail to me, just out of the pure kindness of his heart. It was an original 1st edition, you know, I want to say Discovery. Yukamori from long time ago, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I introduced that, and thanks again, fam, and then I put them up here. It's going to be the centerpiece for today. I thought that was appropriate. Maybe I'm 5'7". Door frames for the win. Yeah. Kara, sorry I didn't see you. Shout out. How are you doing? Hey, Matt. How are you? How are you doing, fam? That's adorable, and I'm sorry I'm back. Yeah, that's quite alright. I'm not unfamiliar to back pain. I do have to stop leaning over to read the chat, so I'm going to have to get real good eyes, or you guys are going to have to see me with my peepers. But I'm not unfamiliar to this pain, but I will say that it is going a little bit longer, so let me take you back in time a little bit here and give you a little bit of background that my back has always kind of been a little bit of an issue. I will say that. You know what? while we do that, I think that we should be looking at some things too. So let me get over here. I do have another little piece of mail that I wanted to give a huge shout out to a brilliant member in our community, and probably one of the best channels that is the best at recognizing other channels. And I know there's a lot of us out there that do appreciate and recognize other channels as well. But there's one guy that really goes above and beyond. I'll let you guys all guess who I'm talking about. What name comes to mind when you hear this? Stopping it for a minute, it's midnight in the east. I know it's midnight in the east, and I'm so sorry. I honestly, I was spending all night just trying to convince myself to do this, so. Got you. What gen is that gem? What gen is that gem? Like, what generation? Very cute Corsola, right? By Yukamori. I'm not sure the gen. I'm really not good with picking out the generation that Pokemon are from, Matt. But this is from Neo, 95. Rocket Scott. You got it, JB. It's absolutely Rocket Scott. And Rocket Scott, he is the main reason that a lot of channels we all know and love today kind of, I don't want to say are successful, but maybe what was the kindling to kind of light the recognition and just let them know that they are there. The awareness. Karen ESD usually watch the next day. Which does kind of make me a little bit sad, because I do like when y'all can interact with me live, and when I watch lives back, you know, I go watch VODs all the time, and I go to the chat like, oh, let me tell them this. Oh, yeah, right. It's not live. It won't make sense in the comments. So now I can't say what I want to say because I wasn't there. And that's something that I really can't stand. So a couple shout outs here. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to Charmcraft, Megan and Mikey. If y'all aren't subbed up to Charmcraft, please go ahead and do so. They are absolutely wonderful. They do giveaways, they do rip and ship, as well as they do artwork. I know that all of y'all have noticed this background piece that I have right behind Charmander. It is the Bulbasaur evolution line that's kind of in like colored like plexi resin is the word I'm looking for. And then of course they have the energies burned in the sides, and I won that in a giveaway, but Megan actually made that, which I assume is the craft in Charmcraft. But they donated some Dark Roast packs to the chat from Rocket Scots, and first and foremost, let me say I was so happy to see that he brought back the Dark Roasts, which do come with 3 vintage cards, and I was able to pick up the Jigglypuff from base set 2, which is considered a vintage card for those that don't know. It does have the original artwork on it by Kokomaru Minu, and it is the original artwork from the original Jungle Jigglypuff. But when base set 2 came out, it was Pokemon's attempt to create a new draw to the cards by creating a new set. So they have different set numbers and everything. They merged base set, Fossil, and Jungle all together and reproduced the cards with this little 2 and the Pokeball on it down here. And this is base set 2. It was the next set to come out after the 3 original base sets. And I was okay with it, but I think I was still young to realize like what was happening. And so in my mind, this card was the same as the base set card. And of course the art, it is. I love the green eyes in this one. But as I got older and I was going through my base set binder and putting them away properly, I realized, wow, as I thought I finished all the base sets, I really didn't. A lot of them were base set 2. And so, did I though? Was kind of the thought. And so it's kind of a humbling experience, but it's nice to see base set 2 still being around, still being given away, and I will make a statement right now, and I will stand on that statement. Rocket Scott is one of the primary reasons there are vintage cards on YouTube right now being given away, being shown, being shared, and I want to say thank you, Rocket Scott, for the vintage awareness and bringing it back to the hobby. Bubblegum Pokemon. I'm missing a lot. Nothing wrong watching the next day. It supports champs first. Yeah, absolutely. Love that Jiggly. Yep, singing Jiggly's very cute. I agree. What it do? What's up, Void? How are you doing, Void? Aloha, Kev. Aloha, everybody. Hope everyone is having an awesome night. Smash on that like button before I go to bed. Have an awesome stream. You as well, man, and aloha as well. Appreciate you popping in just to show the support. You're always here. I'm sorry it's a little bit late. I will do my best to. I'm going to start getting back on my streaming schedule, y'all. Getting back into my backstory. Long time ago, I used to be a freight thrower. I used to work stocking and receiving and shipping for years and years and years through a couple different merchants. PetSmart would probably be the most recent one. And absolutely enjoyed my job because the customers were animals. And it was great. I picked up the Mankey from the original Jungle Base set, also by Kokomaru Aminu. And there, of course, all we're going to do is what? We're going to throw freight dog food, big bags of cat litter. Spoobers? Spoobers, woo, Jigglypuff. How you doing? Remember an episode where Jigglypuff gets mad, puts everyone to sleep, and draws on their faces? I remember that episode too. How you doing, Spoobers? Whoa, where's Streamlabs? Is it sleeping? Whoa, what's going on? Is Streamlabs sleeping? Can you guys see me? Or do you mean that Jigglypuff put Streamlabs to sleep? Because that would be funny too. Unless the commands aren't working. Oh no. Well, that's not good. I guess it is sleeping tonight. Commands aren't working tonight. Commands are kaput. That's a shame. That is an absolute shame. I was watching Kitty and she ended, so here I am. Oh, excellent. Well, welcome in, Spoobers. Oh, dang. Dang it, Jiggly put Streamlabs to sleep. Had to be Jigglypuff. But this one, like, really surprised me. This one, I'm unsure where it's from just by the set symbol. It is a little bit older. You all know I do love the purple. And Beldum is just absolutely wonderful. And this goes out to Hasao Nakamura for the art. We appreciate you. And I do love the lightning in the background as well, so these came directly from Rocket Sky. No commands, free for all! Well, I will say, unless something huge happens, which, I mean, let's be honest, I didn't even know I was going to be streaming, so it wasn't scheduled long. But unless something huge happens, don't work too hard going and collecting links and commands for peeps as I shout them out and whatnot, unless they're here and there's people who maybe aren't. You know, I just don't want to be inconvenient, but mod, you do you. And y'all know I love you guys being here. So thank you, Rocket Scott. Pokemon Deoxys. That's Pokemon Deoxys? Excellent. Deoxys is quickly turning into one of my favorite. Pretends to be Streamlabs. Make sure you hit the like button for your... Kara. Kara, honorary Streamlab. So, shout out Rocket Scott. Shout out Charmcraft for the donation that I was able to obtain. That was absolutely great. And as I continue on with this story, I'm going to just start sharing random cards that I had sitting around, and I was like, you know what? I really don't have anything to do. Don't have anything to show. But I miss my people. I miss my ghost gang, and I miss my story time. So, here we are. Hi to you too, bro rips. Hello, you big beautiful man, you. What's up, bro? How are you doing tonight, fam? How was your weekend? I appreciate you being here. It's funny that you are here, actually, because I have a feeling that a lot of the stuff I'm about to share actually came from numerous win-ins and things that I got from your stream. What up, Kev? AB, the Pokemob Squad in the chat. What's going on, fam? How are you doing tonight? How was your day? And did you get everything you set out to get today? Hey, B, hey, what up, Kev? Hey, Haley, says bro. Yeah, you big beautiful man, bro. How are you doing? Alright, let's do it. Doing well, been a crazy day with the fam, but loved every minute of it, much needed. Oh man, I love that for y'all. You have an absolutely wonderful and beautiful family, bro. And yeah, I hope whatever it is that you guys did wasn't too tough. And you guys, of course, you said you had fun, but memories are precious. Kev, I'm always good, fam. Did I finish everything today? Probably not. There's always more to do, right? And that's why I say I don't just set the bar, I am the bar. But man, even sometimes I gotta rest, and my back reminds me of that. So as I was working at PetSmart, throwing freight, showing up at 3 a.m. every morning to receive the truck and unload it, and then unload the pallets, and then unload those pallets onto the shelves, and then load all that stuff onto the pallets, and then put those pallets in there. There's a lot of lifting, more or less. And let's be honest, y'all, nobody very rarely is going to lift something proper every single time. It's just really not going to happen. When you're rushing, when you're hurrying, when somebody's waiting for you, you're just going to grab 60 pounds of dog food, throw it over your shoulder, and go. And over time, what was it bugging you? Your back, right? Yep, was my back. And that's what I'm kind of leading up to here, is what happened to my back recently. But it all started way back when, because I noticed that I was walking real quick, and my shin hit like the edge of a rack, and my mind registered this, that it should hurt. The only problem was I didn't feel anything. It's just training, so you can blame you. How's that coming along? That's coming along, I will say that. It's a lot better today. I'll say it's no worse. So that's kind of cool. I love this Nuzleaf running at y'all. Naruto Nuzleaf. Naru Nuzleaf. Lee Hyun-jung. Lives deep in forest with a leaf on its head. It makes a flute whose song makes listeners uneasy. I don't know if I've ever heard music that made me feel uneasy. Anyway, so when it didn't hurt, it kind of concerned me why it didn't hurt when I bashed my leg into a rack. And I realized that I really couldn't feel my shins. And it was starting to concern me a little bit. And, you know, I rubbed my shins trying to get the feeling back. But I realized that it was stemming from my back. Yo, Latias. Last Energy standing music? Okay, Kara, okay. The Last Energy standing music is definitely up there. Not Spoob's body, of course. He is a bastion of strength and fitness to us all. I agree. Moved to California. That's at least better, Kev. That stuff ain't no joke. Crazy how intricate and incredibly fragile. I agree 100%. And so, I was seeing someone at the time, and she was very concerned. And of course, I was like, it's fine. And I'm stubborn as hell. But she's like, no, we're going, getting it looked at right now. So we went to the chiropractor. Long story, incredibly short, which is impossible with the PokéGhost. But we went, and he's like, yeah, just based on what you've told me, I can't touch you until I know I'm not going to paralyze you. So I need you to go to the hospital, get an MRI, make sure that everything's okay. What a cute Latias, right? Shout out Takumi Wada, who did that absolutely amazing Zacian Zamazenta recently. They just have this very unique art style that makes everything feel more lifelike. Hey, goodbye, so I'll just say, see you all on the flip side, Kev. We'll finish watching tomorrow. Much love, everyone. Brangus, much love, and again, appreciate you, fam. You have a beautiful rest of your night, and I'll see you, I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow somewhere. See, Brangus, such a lovely human as always. I agree 100%. 100%. Brangus is such a lovely human being. You all are pretty amazing people. So, went there, got that looked at. They're all like, meh. I went back to the Cairo, and he's like, okay, I can start doing little adjustments on you. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, little adjustments here and there. First time I've ever had it done. Kind of like twisted me like a pretzel. This man was massive. He was a monster. Can y'all hear that music? I'm not sure I can hear that. I might have to turn it up. But he did these little, you know, and it felt like I was just getting wrecked every single time I went. And he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to come back four times a month." And so I did. Came back 4 times a month to get these little adjustments here and there, and they got a little bit more extensive as we went. And every single time it happened, I felt like I went 12 rounds with Tyson. It hurt. He's like, "Go ice your back, go heat your back. We'll see you next week." Kogamaru Amino, which is great considering we just looked at some cards that were made like 30 years ago by the same artist. He's still around and clearly evolving. It's quiet, but I can hear it a little. Okay, well, for now, I'm going to turn it up. I want to test a theory. Because I heard that this song was in the public domain. And it's one of my favorite pieces of classical music, so... Of course, I should find a way to listen to the music as I do this. It might help. I can hear it a little bit. Alright, cool. I thought a nice truck was driving by. Spoops. That's funny. This is Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy. Love that song. Me too. Me too. I'll remember to turn it down when the other songs come back on. Look at this little yamper. I bet you he's got a Joltik back there. Just on accident, BRB. Oh no, Alien. I hope you're okay and it wasn't your accident. Rafa, how you doing, fam? Newbie, how you doing? I'm new here. Welcome to the Pokemon hobby. We look forward to meeting you and getting to know you. This is done by Kurimitsu. This Pokemon is very popular as a herding dog in the Galar region. As it runs, it generates electricity from the base of its tail. Clair de Lune is one of my absolute favorite songs. That's what I'm talking about, Rafa. And I'm going to start looking for other classical pieces that are in the public domain that, you know, aren't copyright. Sadly, when things are in the public domain for usage, that either means that, you know, the patent ran out, they themselves expired, which can sometimes be sad, but Edgar Allan Poe, poetry, all of that is public domain, and I look forward to sharing all that with you. Alright, now we'll turn it back down. Azumarill. By Mikuru Tammy. That's an A. Mikuru Tammy. Its long ears are superb sensors. It can distinguish the movements of things in water and tells what they are. I wish my ears did cool stuff like that. So, feeling in my legs started coming back after I started getting some adjustments there, and I started lifting a little bit better, but every now and again, y'all, even still to this day, clearly, I'll get in a weird position, or I'll be standing, or I'll sit down, and I'll cough or something, or I'll sneeze, and, like, that's all it takes nowadays, and I'll throw my whole lower back out. And so this happened, and I felt it, and I'm like, no, I really don't want to walk with the whole hunch thing. I love this roly-poly. We saw him in Japanese a whole lot by Ayakasube. And Ayakasube is one of my top 5 favorite artists in the game. Ernie! What's up, Klinger? How are you, man? I hope you're doing well tonight, Ernie. Just checking in, be here in a bit. Much love, y'all. Yep, no worries. I know Al is still streaming tonight, so you go have fun, buddy. Aww, it's Pikachu! Got the reverse Pikachu. Nice. I didn't know that was in there. Of course, Temporal Forces. This is Kodama. I'm just a little mouse. Yeah, this little mouse will mess you up. It's Pikachu! Got the iron thorns. I swear when the commands are back, bro, I'll add in its Pikachu command. For the longest time, I wanted to get his permission to do it, but I would really love to have a soundbite to Rocket Scott saying it's Pikachu, because it just brought me so much joy. It sparked so much joy. Takeshi Nakamura? Takeshi Nakamura. I love orchestral music. I gotta fix to see the entire score of Angelic Bolognetti's Twin Peaks soundtrack at the end of the month. Oh man, that is amazing. I hope you have fun, man. I hope it's everything and then some. Oh, incredible. I would love to do something like that. Something else I would also love to do is go and see one of those where the orchestra is playing the score to the movie that you're watching. I know they do it for like Star Wars and Harry Potter and whatnot, and I would like to do something like that. And so when this would happen, I would just ice it, heat it, and 3, 4, 5 days it will go away, and I will be able to stand up straight. But the one thing that I need everybody to understand, and I hope that everybody's kind of getting an inkling at right now, is I'm kind of a genuinely nice person. I really hate to see people struggle. And I try to be the good in the world, right? Like, I really do. Tetsukoyama. I just love this art style, man. These Bramblin'. That's probably one of the better artworks from Bramblin'. Dude, I might cry. I play music in my Jeep all the time. Oh, this. Incredible. Incredible raffle. We have lots to talk about. Lori! What's up, boo? How you doing? Rolling. Keep them Bramblin' rolling. rolling. What? I got the commercial. Rolling. Unless you mean like rolling down the river. Electivire getting live. With a short circuit Knuckles. Got some stuff to do at home for a bit. Gonna be lurking my brother. No worries at all, bro. I appreciate you being here at all, man. And I hope that you have an easy night, man. Rest up. And I appreciate you looking. Miss you guys. We miss you, man. Looking forward to seeing you next week. But family comes first. So I have a neighbor who also has a like a water jug that she gets. And we live on the 3rd floor, and she's like, could I bother you to help me up the stairs sometimes when I need to swap it out? I was like, yeah, bother away. I'm always home. I work from home. I stream from home. So yeah, just knock. You know, here's my number. If I'm not here, just let me know. And fast forward, and I pulled my back, and I could feel it going, and I did the hunched over thing for a few days, and finally got it all feeling a little bit loose, and walked to the store, and it was feeling even that much better. Aww, Shinchino. This is by Yoshida. Its body secretes oil that this Pokemon spreads over its nest as a coating to protect it from dust. Shinchino won't tolerate even a speck of the stuff. Alright, you better live clean if you got Shinchino. Can't tolerate even a speck of the stuff. Gorgeous. And I'm standing outside, and who's coming up the stairs? Here comes the neighbor. I need help. I was like, what do you need? She's like, I got the water thing. I'm like, of course. And I'm gonna be honest, got no problem with it. It just probably wasn't the best time for me to do it. And at that point I had 2 options. Watch her struggle, or, you know, grit my teeth and bear it. And so I went down. The best part of all of this is I didn't have to bend down to pick it up. She just like handed it to me, and I carried it up the stairs, and I flipped it over, and I came home. But the next day, I just felt that much worse, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done it. But at the time, I was like, oh, okay, that didn't hurt at all. So that's what I worry about most, is not knowing I'm injuring myself. And so it kind of wrapped me up a couple more days, and I'm still a little bit hunched over, and I was this close to not doing the stream tonight just to give me a little bit more. But honestly, I missed it so much. I'm remembering to sit up straight now. Let me just do that. And I'm wearing a back brace, back harness, so I'm taking care of myself. But that's what happened these past couple days, and how it originated was from just being stupid. Pinchino always sounds like a coffee drink to me. You're not wrong. Delamias, he is a ghost Pokemon. It's kind of funny because after a piece of seaweed merged with debris from a sunken ship, it was reborn as this ghost Pokemon. So just seaweed that attached to a sunken ship. That's how this Pokemon's born. How you liking the brace? It's okay. It just kind of feels like a big hug around my gut. But it reminds me that I have to, sit up straight. That's for sure. Cutie fly! It's gotta be Sakio. Sakio! Sorry, it's cutting off half of my head. Kev's the best because he narrates at every point with every card. Story time. I love that, Rafa. Thank you. I wish the commands were working. All the commands are busted for some reason. I don't know what's up with Streamlabs tonight. I might have to go in and reset something. Maybe something updated that I didn't know about. But, absolutely love this card. Nectar and pollen are its favorite fare. You can find Cutiefly hovering around Glossifleur, trying to get some of Glossifleur's pollen. Ooh. I think Cutiefly needs to learn boundaries. Roselia. Rafa. He's the next one I love to meet in person. Oh, you're talking about me, Kev? I appreciate that, fam, truly. One day. Is anybody in here, going to card party aside from, I know Bro's going. I know Kara's going. I think Matt's going. Is anybody else in here going to card party at all? I am not. Just preface that. I am not able to get there this year. Tamami Ozaki. Its flowers give off a relaxing fragrance. The stronger the aroma, the healthier the Roselia is. That's an interesting fact. I wonder if there's any sour-smelling Roselia. I imagine their flowers would also show that they were a little bit rotten. Having my own card party, shredding love discs. Uh-oh. Cover your ears, Matt. Earmuffs. Yep, Kev Klinger and I met today at the card show. Excellent. That's incredible. Did you guys get any good pickups? That's as good as I can get right there. That's as good as it can get right there. We had an amazing time. I love that. Absolutely love that. Man, this giraffe rig is pretty intense looking, don't you think? The palindrome Pokemon. I'm just kidding, it's the long neck. Had an amazing time. Jessica was with y'all. Excellent. I'm glad y'all had a great time. That's amazing. Who is this? Matazo. Giraffe rig's tail has a small head. It instinctively bites at any foe approaching the Pokemon from behind. Okay, that's fair. Kind of looks like it's chasing itself, right? Do you think this is a play on, I think the tail is chasing him instead of him chasing his tail? Sold some cards and walked away with $290. Excellent. Sounds like a great day. Sounds like a great day indeed. Huh, that's funny. Not bad at all. Back to the Bramblin'. Aw, kitty kitty. Or they're conversing over what to eat tonight. He doesn't look like he's running, though. Although, I guess he could be looking back like, hey, what are you hungry for? Yeah, Skitty. That's Super Nishida? Of course. Very wispy. Skitty kitty. Reverse hollow. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. 10 of y'all in here. I super appreciate you joining me tonight. I know it's going to be a real chill stream. We'll see what we get into. Do have other stories of heartache, but I want to take a second. Okay, point Gooch, I'm hungry. Yeah, that is great. No, the rain is passing him. He's not really moving. You make me look at the cards, Matt. I'm going to look at it again. After you left, I found a damaged XY card in a box with a used code card. Nice. Alright, Rafa. Might go make a ramen cup. Yeah. Might need... No, I got dinner waiting for me. I know that. I don't know. Look at the water at his feet, Matt. I don't think water would do that just from him not moving. 12:30. Alright, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Got this beautiful Relicanth. Water. That's not water? That's not water. It's 9:30 here, Matt. And you got better eyes than I do. Of course, your screen's probably bigger than mine. Alright. Alright, you're right. You're right. It's like wheat or like foliage. Making grilled cheese sandwich for us. Nice. I love grilled cheese. Uh-oh. Dropping cards here. Or did Meditate kick it right out of my hands? Gorgeous Relicanth. Mino Nakai. Rock hard scales and oil-filled swim bladders allow this Pokemon to survive the intense water pressures of the deep sea. I love the explanations of why can it live so deep. It's the longevity Pokemon, so I bet it lives a long time. I feel like the storm is approaching and they might be thinking about where to get out of the rain. Or maybe, just maybe, the little head was like, hey, do you see the storm coming? And he's like, I was thinking about hungry, I'm food. Or think about food, I'm hungry. I can do this all day, Captain America. Gorgeous by Natsumi. Ooh, Maya no Se. Miyano no Se. It meditates to heighten its inner energy and to float in the air. It eats one berry a day. I wish I had that kind of discipline. I can't float in the air. Faces backwards, he'd be getting a mouthful. He's just asleeping. He's just sleepy. Ooh, Vikavolt. That's kind of new-ish. Forest. Hitoshi Origa. Builds up electricity in its abdomen, focuses through its jaws, and then fires the electricity off in concentrated beams. Alright, this thing just got a little bit more intense, don't you think? So it stores it in its belly, generates it, puts it in its giant tusks out there, and then shoots it out like a laser. That must be what Circuit Cannon is. This attack does 80 more damage for each of your benched Charjabug. That might be a really good playable hand. All you would need is Charjabug and Vikavolt. Could run a whole Vikavolt deck. Fortress. The Bagworm Pokemon. I'd never noticed that before. This is by Osare. Osare is more commonly known for doing that amazing art rare Tatsugiri. And seeing y'all sharing it out. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Your support means the world to me. Imagine building that deck. I don't really want to, but yes, I could. I could. I would have to think about the trainers for a second and see, like, there would have to be a way to get energies out of your deck. You would probably need a way to find Charger Bug in your deck too. But I mean, if you had enough of them, statistics states, you know, the first 7 will probably, you know, involve some of those Charger Bug. Torracat is great. I love the background, right? This is a pretty good one. It's a gorgeous card. It's by Saya Saruda. In the midst of battle, this fire pouch on Torracat's neck rings like a bell and produces stronger flames than usual. Now I'm curious to know what that bell sounds like. Anyone else? Got the cute little Yampert. There's a good deck with a beautiful Litten, though. Oh. Torracat I have used, or not Torracat, I'm sorry, Incineroar is someone that I've used in decks more often than not, especially in Pocket. He's just kind of a little OP if you can get the right pulls out of your deck in the right order. You can pretty much run it, and you know, maybe not against a water deck. Those water weaknesses really suck. And this Heatmore is absolutely awesome. Let's see if we can summon the Fox. Oh wow, this is a beautiful Moon card. I love the color choices as well, and color theory I think is something that we don't talk about enough here on this channel anyway. And just the use of colors in contrast and what colors complement one another. And the one thing that I would recommend, and only recommendation, and again it's just my opinion, is there's so much blue in the top left, and I just wish there was a little bit of dark blue in the bottom right, but this thing is wicked looking as far as anteaters go. Tell Fox about this one, I will. I'll put that off to the side. Actually was looking for this card, so I'm really glad that we were going through this, because we were looking for this artist the other night, if y'all remember, and that was like a week ago. So, gonna add this to the artist appreciation set. Orange cross from blue on the wheel, so it gives us enough contrast at least. I agree. Filling space, sure, but foreshadowing. Moon in the background, filling space, sure, but okay. Okay, I can see that for sure. I can see that for sure. Of course, there is always that theory we could make of where is he going and why is he in such a rage as such. Because he looks like he's in a move, or maybe facing someone. Or maybe that's his victory stance, maybe he just won. Either way, I think he just moved up a little bit higher on the coolness scale just simply because of that card. We have the reverse Iron Treads, looking like he's using Kaioken, like he was trained by King Kai himself. This is by Tanji Matsuno. The reverses are so hard to read, holy moly. He ate something that didn't agree with him. The gas has him heated, and he's running to a safe space to expel. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Not in front of her, not in front of her. I'm kind of in shock of this card right now. The Iron Valiant. It's pretty impressive. Chibi. I always look at the energies. How much does it take for the Pokemon to react? Yes, that is a good point. I've also run many decks into the ground because that one card I'm waiting for takes so long to build up, and then you get in the rhythm and the pattern of trying to put energies on your Pokemon that you're throwing out so that you can at least, you know, retreat them when the time comes, but you're just sacrificing them. And to me, it's like, well, if you sacrifice in that particular deck we were talking about, because I'm still thinking about it, but if you sacrifice all your Charjabug, then your main cannon isn't going to do anything. But I also agree with that, and that's what I think what makes that. I think that's what makes that Badoo from Prismatic so playable, is you don't really need energy to use his little attack. It really does, and dare I say, it should get great art. I'm glad we got to see some Shinji Kanda. When they do, there are revenge attacks. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, absolutely, and I absolutely hate when I do my math wrong, and I'm like, alright, they'll attack me with this, 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 and then you don't account for weakness or resistance, and they just, yeah, come through, or you forget, like, oh, right, you know, the EXs or the EXs, they get 2 prizes, so, yeah, it, a couple of things come back, and it kind of comes in. I agree, Kanda, one of the bests. Of course, we all know and love one of their favorite cards. I think that all the Future and Paradox Pokemon got pretty good artworks for all their cards. Is that a moon? Oh, and the Kanda? Yes, it is. We decided it is the moon. I did very well tell Fox about it. I do have one put aside for him in his bag already, though, just in case he doesn't have it. But yes, I believe it is Sharpedo jumping out of the ocean and in front of the moon. For another moon card. Another moon card, yep. Fox, another moon card. I would love to hear the logic behind Badoo being a super playable card. Is it because it's a placeholder? I would have to look at the card itself, and honestly, there might be a good chance we might find one around here somewhere. But I could always look it up, and we can talk in the Discord as well. But really, it's a it's kind of like pollen, and I think you can just attach energy from your deck onto Pokemon is what you can do. So you can just throw out the Badoo and start attaching energy to all of your bench Pokemon and build up your team really quick. Yeah, not only that, but people pay mads amount of money to get like the Master Ball Badoo just to flex their deck in physical competition. Yo, Keldeo, not a bad artwork out there. We've seen this artwork quite a bit on the channel. But man, this Pokemon, Saitama. Keldeo is strengthened by its resolve for battle, filling its body with power and changing its form. It doesn't have any special ability. Nope, it has no abilities on it. It has one attack, and there's no energy that's needed to use it. And it's attach other energy to Pokemon, I believe. I believe. I'm trying to picture the card in my head right now, which, you know, we have the endless amount of knowledge at our fingertips. I think I found it. Man, this is an absolutely wonderful website that has so much information that I really cipher right now. Okay, this isn't what I was looking for at all. I'm on the hunt. So Itchy Pollen is the attack. It says during your opponent's next turn. That's what makes it so playable. It's not energies attaching. It's during your opponent's next turn. They can't play any item cards from their hand. So it doesn't allow them to use any of their item trainer cards at all. So it pretty much locks up your opponent's hand. Back, everyone. You put it in the chat? Oh, thanks, Kara. I'm sorry. I should learn to be patient. That's exactly where I got it. The Roserade is beautiful. Yes, back to the art. Roserade is beautiful. Kind of reminds me of one of those like burlesque dancers who were like very fan covered, you know, fan and feather covered. That was done by Gapow. That card hasn't affected me because I always appeal it, bosses ordered it, or demolish her. Yeah, those are all. Now I'm trying to think, like, I guess that could make that, because it does say item cards, it doesn't say supporter cards. Of course, there was once a time. Oh, yeah, turn this up a little. There was a time when like arena cards would go out, and the only way to get rid of a stadium card would be to play a stadium card of your own. Man, I'm almost ready to say that I've never seen a bad Electabuzz artwork either. You know, I'm almost confident in that. Clearly using the electric punch. Got the regular Skeety. Very detailed indeed. We'll look at the artist in a minute. I think it was Uta, if I had to guess. We have the Solosis by Kona Nitanda. Kona Nitanda. It communicates with others telepathically. Its body is encapsulated in liquid, but if it takes a heavy blow, the liquid will leak out. Gross. The Cell Pokemon. Yes, felt bad, but could have been worse. Everyone is good, but some poor kid's car is pretty... Oh, man, that sucks. I'm so glad that everybody's good, though. Cars can be replaced, people can't. I'm sure, very shady. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Still, man, that's a bummer. I don't think anybody can afford to lose their car right now. This mustache makes it hard to talk with coffee because I often spray the card. And this is what I did pull. This is by Nakamura Ipan. I did see this card pulled today. I think Nikki pulled this card while she was opening her Prismatic ETB. Or other cards she had, because, yeah, I think this is. Heck no, issues expense. Yeah, exactly. And of course, that's when everything happens, right? When you just cannot happen. So, there. once again, big shout out to JB's for this beautiful first edition Yukimori Corsola from Neo. Is that card a Connecty card? This one? I don't believe so. Of course, if there's other cards that do look like it, I don't think I've seen them, but I don't think there's a Connecty card. But I could see this as a small part of a larger picture for sure. Yeah, I absolutely could see that. I don't know. I've never seen the Palace Wine full art, or if there is one. What's up, Jessica Parker? How are you doing tonight, Jess? Ooh, almost started shuffling those. That would have been funny. Or would make more sense if it was connected to another card for sure. Yeah, it would. Of course, I can only imagine that this Swinub is just kind of chilling in the park. I don't think he has a trainer. I think this is just his natural home. He's just chilling in the snow. I don't know, it's funny. When I see this card, I see a poem. I see poetry in this card. That would be another beautiful artwork. I agree. That could absolutely be another beautiful artwork. And the one thing that I'm unsure of, and the one thing that, Pokemon, if you're listening, please try this. But I know that we have some connecting cards, and I know we have some story cards, but has there ever been connecting cards, like, between different sets? Like, I know there's that 9 card, and I think those all came from different sets, but... like, I'm talking art cards. Like, if the Latios from Surging came in Surging, and then the Latios came in the next set, you know, something like that. What's up, Antalgic? How you doing tonight, fam? I'm still feeling okay, y'all. I'm still feeling okay. I still feel a little bit tight, but I appreciate y'all bearing with me while I slow down a little bit on the short content. This happened at a very bad time, right at the cusp of the 100th episode, which I am planning to most likely film tonight. It's going to be a beast of an episode, so I'll edit as much as I can. It's my hopes to get it out by tomorrow, so that I can get back on it. And I do have another fun series coming as well. So shuffling with one hand, you have some. Yeah, so this is turned in kind of like my new fidget spinner is what it's become. And it all started with, oh, I guess that's a pretty interesting story. I think I told that one before, but I was in Vegas not too long ago for a family reunion. And one of the things that I've always wanted to do, and what I finally got to do, was I got to see Penn and Teller live. And they were always some of my favorites to watch on TV. They were just so funny. And I always wanted to see them and take a look, and sorry about that. And so we did, and it was wonderful, amazing. And after I got home, I realized that they do the show called Fool Us, where magicians come on and they try and trick Penn and Teller. Well, of course, if they can tell them how they did the trick, then they don't win the trophy. So it's kind of fun. I started watching that, and I noticed that there was a lot of people doing card tricks for finesse and shuffling one-handed and cutting cards one-handed, and I was like, man, that's really cool for showmanship and pageantry, and I started looking up how to do simple, you know, sleight of hand card tricks and all that, and I came across this tutorial on card shuffling, one-handed card cutting, and I watched it, and of course I was doing everything as I saw it in my right hand. I'm right-handed. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't make the cards do it in my right hand, so I put them in my left hand, and I tried to do them with my left hand. It worked out a lot better. But this is a very good example and a good lesson here that you should never really give up on something, but y'all, you should give up on it every once in a while. Because when I'm trying to learn something, I notice that I'm just going to do it and 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 do it until I get it down, until it's to my satisfaction. And so I tried. And oftentimes I do, with all things that I try that are new. And I got frustrated. I dropped the cards more times than I care to admit. And I kept at it, kept at it, kept at it. That's all I was doing in my free time, was this, watching TV and doing this. Until I realized I couldn't do this one. I couldn't spin the cards around and put them underneath. In fact, the only one that I really got down really good was this one here, where you hold the cards and you TP them, kind of. See if I can angle it a little bit better. But if you take the cards in one hand and you can just push these up and then just let gravity do the rest. And I got really good at that one, but I wanted to do the next one, which was the spin around, and I got so frustrated, y'all, I finally quit. I sat down one day, I tried to do it one more time, and I was like, can't do it. My hands aren't big enough to do it the way they want me to do it. So I put it down. I quit. Didn't want to know how to do it anymore. And so I was sitting here, and the cards were sitting here one day, and I was actually working at the time. And I was just in a meeting, and I looked at the cards, I saw them, I picked them up, I grabbed them, I did this, and that was it. I knew how to do it from that moment forward. It's like all that practice just sunk in. Maybe I just had to sleep on it for a minute, let it really seep in on how to do it, how to make my fingers work the way I needed them to, you know. So that's my recommendation. Don't give up on anything, y'all, but give it up every once in a while. Come back to it always. But I can do the same with some coins, lighters, and pens. Oh, challenge accepted. I love it. I absolutely love it, yeah. And there is a couple more that I am going to try and learn now. That, of course, I told that story and remember how fun and frustrating it was to learn. But there are like three-handed, one-handed, or three-stack one-handed cuts. And then, of course, I could get my other hand involved also. But maybe I'll start doing sleight of hand magic as I start to learn it with you guys. I think that would be great for close-up magic. I got a good camera for it. But definitely don't want to be a magic guy. Alright, where's all the baggies? I want to make sure that I do this the right way here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That didn't just happen. I didn't just drop the bag on the floor. That's going to be so hard to pick up right now. Maybe. Hey, it wasn't so bad. Gooch, camping, fun. Fun. Cleaning up from camping. But I'm listening. Camping? Where'd you go camping, alien? Ooh, I thought that said Gooch camping, and I was like, where's Matt camping? Kev, have a nice stream, man. Thanks again for your help with the videos. I'm out stream. Have a great night, JB's. Looking forward to him, man. And again, man, thanks for that course. That really means a lot. And it's definitely one of my more treasured cards. That's going in the sentimental collection for sure. Let's keep looking. Internet dropped. I'm back. What's up, Aunt? Hope all you beautiful people are having a good night. We are having an okay night thus far, man. My back's man, it's okay. You missed the story on all that, but that's okay. Ooh, no shot. Alright, cool. Got some 151 Japanese. Enjoy. Glad I could brighten your day. Yeah, you absolutely did. That's a great description for it. Have a great rest of your night, man. I'll see you on the next one for sure. This beautiful bead drill. Which, I mean, you gotta be honest, this thing's a meter tall. By Nishimono. Or Nishimana. Nishimona. Gorgeous. I love the translucent wings. Did a good job on that one. Beach ball vacuum. Oh no, it's like a hand glider. Kingdra. That's not right. This is Seadra, isn't it? So pretty. right? Extra Avocado? What's up, Extra Avocado? How are you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping in. This is a gorgeous card too. By Espada. Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing you in here before, Extra Avocado. Correct me if I'm wrong, but appreciate you stopping in. How's your day going? Have you achieved everything you set out to achieve today? And was it a good one? Little Weedle, look at how happy he looks. I love how things like void of features can also just have emotion. Like, he's just happy to be appreciated, isn't he? Look at the subtleties in the foreground, y'all. Look at the blurred, like, leaves in the foreground, and then the focus, the sharp focus. Lots of people looking for Kingdra cards today at the card show. How was that? What are we missing? Kingdra is a great card, man. Well, yeah, I have no idea what we're missing. What's up with Kingdra? Matt, do you know anything happening with Kingdra? Correct, I have. Where's your Psyduck at? Where's my Psyduck at? Okay, I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You might have to... You might... I don't know if I have that Psyduck. I don't think I have that Psyduck. Let's see if we can find another Psyduck, though. This is 151, of course. Extra Avocado. That's funny. If you are who I imagine that you are. I have to investigate. Corrado Soul. Look at this little guy. He's just chilling. He reminds me of some character that you would find in a video game that gives you a side quest. You just come over, he's like, oh hey, what's going on? All the Kingdras from a vendor? Maybe something's like coming. He's always adorable, right? He can't get more adorable than that, and yet he somehow does. Although when people understand that that little swirl we see in his stomach is really his intestine, it gets a little bit odd, but take off. Fluffernoose is awake. Ooh. Speaking of Rocket Scott, I don't know if I've ever really seen this card up close. And this was done by Oswaldo Cato. Check that out. I'm going to throw that in the Artist Appreciation short for sure. Has his whole life in front. He really does, right? He really does. Oops. Did I forget to do that again? No, it doesn't sound too loud. Yeah, we good. We good. This is a gorgeous card, speaking of Rocket Scott, but I'm having a hard time. I guess it's morning. I guess that's the sun behind him. It's funny, I was going to go and read the description, but... Because I love the rain. Love the Poliwhirl and the rain. Because I love the rain. Yes. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That was done by the amazing Jemmy. And honestly, crud, I don't know if I have that one either. That would be a beautiful card to own, but you're absolutely right, Rafa. We got Starmie. By Arai Kariko? Arai Kariko. This looks like it's under the water at night. Does anybody else see stars in the sky and the clouds above him? I guess he's kind of like on the surface of the water. No moon in it though, but I think it's nighttime. It's gorgeous. 10 of y'all still chilling in here. Y'all are great. Bye-bye, Butterfree. Right, Kara? It really is one of the greatest cards out there. Oh, he looks so happy. Look at his little hands together. He's like, which one am I gonna eat? Which one am I gonna eat? Butterfree, gah! Right? This was done by Tika Matsuna. Amazing. I was almost gonna say, I love how much the original 151 are represented in modern sets. And that is a true statement, but that's funny because the set we're looking at currently is literally just of the original 151. So, yeah. Do I have an Entei? I do not have an Entei. Well, it depends which Entei. I do have an Entei. I have a really... Oh no, that's not an Entei. I mean, I do have Enteis, just maybe no, like, amazing Enteis. I would love an Entei promo. That would be cool. Why do you ask, Extra Avocado? Takeshi Nakamura. Don't forget to text Mom. I won't forget to text Mom. What's up, brother? How are you? And thanks for that little reminder, not to text Mom, because it's absolutely, you know, what I do plan to do. Oh, you mean right? I guess it is after midnight. Because he's cool. He is cool. PokéGhost. Yeah, what's up, brother? How are you doing tonight? What are you guys doing tomorrow? Are you doing anything fun with Mom? Although, if you don't want to spoil anything, she might be watching the stream. I don't know if she knows that I'm on right now, but if she's up, you could text her and let her know that I'm on right now, and she can pop in. Ouch, one of the cards I sold the day at the card show was an Entei. Which Entei was that? Because I know that there's one in Crown Zenith, man, that's just... I think it's Crown Zenith. There's Jemmy. Doing good. Jenny went out tonight. She's home throwing up now. Oh, man. Can't stay away from the sugar drinks. We're just going over there tomorrow. Excellent. Mama Ghost, happy Mother's Day. If she's in the chat, absolutely happy Mother's Day, Mama Ghost. This easy one? Yeah. Man, it's absolutely wonderful. So, the artist that did that Poliwhirl Standing in the Rain, this is the same artist. This is Jemmy who did this amazing Spearow. Which I can't imagine probably isn't the funnest assignment. Like, you get to work and they're like, draw Spearow. But for what it's worth, man, the background, the way that they put it together, just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, gotta stay away from those sugar drinks, Jenny. And all the other mamas in here, absolutely. Teamy Shins, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well, fam. I appreciate you popping in. We're a little bit slower pace over here, as opposed to Mr. ALB. He's a little bit more faster pace, and does a really great job at what he does, I will say that. Finally able to catch one of your streams, and I really appreciate you, man. It's always good to catch you. I know that you're an art lover yourself and an artist, so it's quite an honor to have you in here. This gorgeous little Squirtle. Where's Matt Gooch? Yes, sir. There he is, only because he has awesome mods to keep him in line. Yeah, that's true. He does have awesome mods to keep him in line over there. That spear is going somewhere. Beautiful artwork. I agree, man. He is going somewhere. He's looking where he's going. He might even see, like, oh, man, there's a Wurmple over there. I'm going to go and scoop him up. I'm the early bird. I'm getting that worm. It was absolutely stunning. And this is another example of one that I would love to have, like, an art piece on the wall of, like, just this picture. I agree. This one, too, man. This is a fun picture. Kind of reminds me of one you would see in, like a children's room at the pediatrician, like, doctor's office. It would be a little Squirtle that says, hang in there, or you're doing great. Nobody likes birds. I like the birds. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mommies in here. If you are a mama, if you're a, dad that stepped up as mama, like, this day is for you, and I really appreciate y'all. But my mama, that might be a very, very great thing to do. I'm not really going to, I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I think I should give my back a break. But I'm going to try and be back by Monday. Hope you're safe. Yep, just a witness. Excellent. Man, that's really funny, Extra Avocado. I don't know if you called it. I don't know if you predicted it. This is Ghidorah, cute little Charmander. It's always good to see the starters. Might need your assist with some Streamlabs and giveaway ideas. Oh, that's great. I love collaborations. And Halien is quite the little artist herself. She'll be very modest about it. And I want to point something out as well. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed this, and I'm fairly certain that ALB had to point this out here, and now I can't unsee it. But if you look, number 4. It is number 4. If you look, the shadow on the ground here is actually Charizard flying over. What's up, Ryan Tran? I appreciate you link dropping, man. The commands are all busted today, man. But yeah, Charizard's flying over, so that's what he's looking at. And I think he's running with Charizard because he's ambitious, right? He's like trying to fly with him. I hope y'all remember your mother's always, not just tomorrow. Absolutely. Absolutely. And not just appreciated tomorrow, you're appreciated always. It's just nice to have that focus as well. Streamlabs on the fritz again. Well, Ryan, we accidentally did that because our very first card that we looked at today was not only that beautiful Corsola that JB's Pokestop decided to gift me out of the kindness of his heart, man. He sent this over, and it's an original Yukimori artwork, first edition from Neo, and it just floored me. But that's one of the first ones we looked at. But then we opened a Rocket Scott Dark Roast pack that I received, and Jigglypuff was there, and put Streamlabs to sleep. So that was our bad. So Extra Avocado, you asked where the Psyduck is. Here is a Psyduck right here. It is not the Art Rare Psyduck, but it is the Pokeball Psyduck, reverse hollow. This was done by Tyrak Kitsu. And I'm sure his description says something about his head hurting all the time. Yay! Yep. So, my son Psyduck, says Ryan Tran. Hey, Psy-yi-yi. And sometimes his headaches can get so severe that some say he'll explode. So cute, right? Isn't he cutie? Little cutie indeed. And then, of course, some of the art rares that I did pick up from the 151 that I purchased here was the Tangela art rare of them just having a blast. And I think this is the first time that I've ever seen Tangela depicted in artwork using his tentacles for something. Like, normally he's just a ball of tentacles, but I'm curious if 2 of these tentacles are designated to be their arms, or if they can use any tentacles to do that. Ooh, Kato. It is Oswaldo Kato. Good call out, Mishan. I'm actually doing an artist appreciation short on Oswaldo Kato, and so we actually have a sub-goal here of collecting Oswaldo Kato artwork. And to be honest with you, I'll share it with you right now, so y'all get a first-hand look at the artist appreciation. Gotta make sure that they are all him real quick. Yeah. Favorite Tangela. Don't see much Tangela. You really don't. Truth. Same with Dragonite. You really don't see much with Dragonite. You want to see a Dragonite, Mishins? I got you. Just to confirm y'all's point, it's not recent. This is my favorite Dragonite that I own. Tenta Tree Swing? Tenta Tree Swing. Oh, that's funny. You drew Dragonite recently? Excellent. Oh my, right? Love that Dragonite so much. I do too. In a 10, this thing last sold like $2,400. I don't know why the market was so skewed on it. So I figured I would just pack it up, keep it nice and neat and pristine. This is absolutely near mint. The lightest of light play possible. It's got a couple of nicks on the corner, but man, this thing is amazing. True, 4 Halion, that's amazing. I always think of Halion when I see Dragonite. My favorite Pokemon is this guy up here. I like Mimikyu. And there's a couple reasons I like Mimikyu. Not only is he a fairy type, and I do like to keep the fairies alive because fairy typing was very important when it came out. And not only that, but his description follows him that nobody's ever really seen what this Pokemon looks like. And he wants to be liked so much by everybody that he's fashioned himself a disguise out of material, and he disguised himself as Pikachu. They say if you look at him, well, nobody's looked at him, so where do the stories come from, right? So I don't really believe what happens when you look at him, as some say. I just drew Mimikyu. No, get out of here. Well, drew Mimikyu being hugged by Meowth. That's so cute. Once fairy type, always a fairy type in my eyes. Absolutely, and the fact that it can use fairy type moves makes him very effective against dragons. You should put it in the Discord. Yeah, you should put it in the Discord. Yeah, Mimikyu. Love and hate it. You know what really I do like about Mimikyu is his ability, because he has a disguise ability. And what that means is his disguise ability allows him to take an attack right in the face, and it only does 10 damage. And then his disguise is broken, but he always has that one free shot. Johnny Knight, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you. I'm just getting back into it. I hurt my back recently, threw it out, and further injured it. And so I'm sitting up straight tonight. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going, but I'm gonna try and keep going until I can't. And yeah, just having fun telling stories, looking through the artwork of some mail that I got. It's really good to see you, man. How was your day? This is just Oswaldo Cato artwork, y'all. I'm just going to go through it real quick. These are the ones that I picked up. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Mishins. And it's no worse today, and it feels a little bit better. So I know tonight, after a nice meal, probably some more Tylenol, and one more great night's sleep, I would say I'm probably going to be right as rain. But I appreciate you all. Just finished my live, wanted to pop by and show some support before I went. Oh, I appreciate that, man. How did your live go? What were you playing tonight? If you were playing something. I need to get into more of your lives, man. Most of the time I find myself lurking. He negates my BV maxes and yeah. That's true. I mean, that's true. You know, and I think that might be where a secondary love came from, because it's kind of one of those like, well, if you can't beat him, join him kind of a thing. And I think he's the best to face himself with too. Like, I like taking Mimikyu out with other Mimikyu. Time difference sucks. It really does. And I appreciate you guys being here. And I know Halion, I know you are also you're in Japan, so I know that it's really it's probably, what time is it there? What time is it in Japan? Tropius. Why do you stream laying down like a pancake? That's not a bad idea. Time difference until I move to the States. Where are you at, Mishins? Are you also in Japan? The game is called Journey to the Savage Planet. Oh my god, I've played that game. I think I played that game for a little bit. How'd you like it, man? You know what? I have to make sure that I'm not doing what I think I'm doing. Okay, I'm good. Tropius. So, fun fact about Tropius. Took me quite a long time. I said this last time too, but I thought Tropius, when I first saw him, was like the size of a Brontosaurus. Like that big. PDX 1022 here. PDX. I think I know where that is. I'm in Phoenix, that's why, and it's also 10:22 here. That was great, Kara. Streaming while laying down on this couch seems good. It does, but then I can't show you all the cards, and I keep dropping the phone and hitting me in the face. Oh, that's a good one. This is a good Kato artwork. Man, I'm butterfingers today, man. This is a great Kato artwork. I love seeing him flying around. It gives us the idea that he can fly. The Portland area, I got you. Another Kato. Yeah, all of these are Oswaldo Kato. And I don't know if you know me, Shins, but I do shorts. Banana Chins, exactly. But I do short series called Artist Appreciation, and I pick one artist, and then I show cards by them, write music, and I make sure that I bring appreciation to the artwork and the artists that draw the cards, because we're so quick nowadays to just fly through all the commons and uncommons to get to that rare at the end. And me, I'm slowing it down. We appreciate every artwork, every artist. We're never gonna fly through it, so. Those are my favorite shorts out of yours. Oh, you spell. Well, I appreciate that. Been watching them. Man, that means the world to me. It's kind of like a mini like fan moment, because I'm a big fan of yours too. So there's that Electabuzz. I think we saw his earlier. Mishins, you passed 200 subs. Congrats. Congrats, Mishins. That's amazing, man. On to many, 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 many more. Fantastic shorts. Please check them out. Yes, I appreciate you, Rafa. I know that I have a lot of great conversations on those shorts comments with a lot of you. And I know that Matt Gooch, he's good at philosophizing on the shorts as well, and I appreciate just the interaction. And I promise my back would be the only reason that has kept me away from being consistent with those. And now that I am starting to feel a little bit better, we're going to see how tomorrow goes, and I'm going to start bringing them back to you guys. And it's your love of that makes me love to do it. Hoping to do a giveaway at some point. Yeah, at your own speed, Mishins. I also wanted to make a point here on my channel when I started that giveaways are something that I do, but I really didn't want to be based around just giveaways or people coming in just for the giveaways, and so I'm trying to come up with creative ways to do that myself and get set up. I do have things that I do want to test. Of course, my back took me out a little bit, but I am going to test some things out, and we are going to see what I can do to have a game called Guess the Artist. And I'll pick somebody out of the entrance. I'll show a card for 10 seconds, and you can name the artist. Out of multiple choice, I think I'll make it, just so that we can make it a little bit easy at first, or maybe we'll have increasing difficulty levels of easy will be multiple choice, medium will be similarity in artists, and then hard will be no clues at all, and the prizes get more. So I just want to try and make it fun before I roll anything out. But really, I just like to talk, have conversations, and get to know y'all. Not too sure how many people would appreciate Korean Pokemon cards. Honestly, Korean Pokemon cards, that's a great point too, Halian. Art in any language, but yeah, I've seen some Korean cards that are exclusive to Koreans, the Korean card market, that we'll never see the artworks here in the Americas or Japan. That's why I like your channel. I appreciate you, Mishins. I really do, man. It means the world to me. It fills my bucket, and yeah, I really appreciate you being here. You're welcome here at any time at all, and I'm gonna try and catch a lot more of your live streams. And you made the comment that time differences suck right now, and I think I'm on the other end of that one, because I do try and catch all of your streams. Everybody who does stream, I try and make a presence in them all, and there is a lot, and the clock is so short. So for that, on the other side, I appreciate you taking time to be here. We do have some more 151, and I do have a gift for somebody. I don't think that somebody's here right now, but we did have a secondary objective last stream, and that was to find a certain Pokemon for some certain people. And one of those Pokemon was Snorlax, and who comes to mind when we hear Snorlax? I mean, there's also Chinese cards exclusive to China. Good point, Ryan. It's very hard to fit in streams during when everybody's... yeah, that's true. You like some of the Chinese exclusive ones? Chinese exclusives are incredible. I agree. Pikachu Psyduck one. There's a Pikachu Psyduck one. Alright. Meanest looking Gyarados out there today. By Kuki Saitao. Gotta snooze. Good night. Have a great night, Extra Avocado. I appreciate you being here, fam. Pop by anytime at all. And I'll talk with you later, of course. Love that Gyarados. EDF, always. Always EDF when you hear Snorlax, right? So I'm going to try and summon EDF now. What time is it over there? Over here right now it is 10:30 p.m. where I'm at. Lapras Ditto. I want Korean exclusive Lapras Ditto. So bad. Oh, was that the derpy Lapras that we saw? I don't think you're in Seoul, right? Oh, you're on... Yeah, I'm on the west coast of the USA. 12:27 here, as Lori is Central Time, and then Kara is Eastern Time. So it's kind of all across the country over here is where we're at. And I appreciate you being here, Kara. If you need to snooze, fam, don't worry about it. This beautiful Graveler by Uta, throwing a rock at you. Wish I was closer to Seoul. Yeah, it's from Metamong Project in Korea. Like $50 by here. I don't know if they're cheap over there, makes sense. Alright, as far as trainers cards go, y'all, this is one, not only boring, but two, doesn't this remind anybody of the games and the route you would have to take to get places? See the Pokemon Center in the way far back right? That you knew you would have to get to because that's the Pokemon Center you would have to regenerate from. If you were to black or white out along the way. That is Cycling Road. Is that what it said? Because that's what I was going to say. It looks like Cycling Road. Look at that. Now I feel bad because it's Oswaldo Cato. That's a trainer card. Yep. Yeah, that's the name. Okay, cool. That is Cycling Road. So I don't want to say fun. It's a great picture. It's just, you know, a boring picture. But I guess that was Cycling Road. It was pretty boring. It was just a straight line. Oh, it's a stadium card. Okay. That's right. Green is stadium. But it's still a trainer card. Trainer stadium card. Damn! Man, 50. There's the Horsey. We were looking at the Seadra earlier. And we're still curious about that Kingdra want out there. I don't know why the Kingdras are going away. Espada. I think they did the Horsey too. They might have done both of them, which is great. I have a great love for the artists that do both cards or all cards in an evolution line. Pikachu in the back really draws the eye. Oh, that's one of my favorite drawings of Horsey. This one right here? It is a great Horsey. It can't be a trainer card. There's no trainers on it. I see what you're saying. Ghost, Alice, how are you doing, fam? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. How was your day? Did you get everything you set out to achieve today? This is a good one, Misha, and you got an amazing eye for artwork. And I love the subtleties of the ocean floor, the coral. And happy Mother's Day to you, Alice. Mr. Skang, I hope you're doing well, fam. Can we get a link drop for Mr. Skang's new channel and get those subs up? I appreciate you popping in, fam. Good morning to you. How are you? How was your day so far? I know it just started, but, you know, I hope that the morning's good. We got another moon card. It's the Geodude from 151. I wish I could draw all the Pokemon cards. You know what? Keep at it, Nishins, because I believe heavily that you could be on Pokemon cards one day. But that might not be a bad stream idea either. I know that you do a lot of artwork and whatnot. I'm okay, thank you, brother. I'm good. Maybe you could draw all the original 151 Pokemon. Draw them in your style, or draw your own cards, and just as a project. I'm going to try one of every Pokemon in order after some practice. That would, just a thought. I'm going to put this moon card back here in case Fox makes an appearance. We got another moon card. Weird that this keeps happening, but we have the Execute, also from 151. It kind of looks like they're in like a choir or a troupe or a like Christmas carols, but there's palm trees. Like this one in the background here is just like he's like singing. Do it, Halion. Matt, I'm fine, thank you. Just got home from a run. How are you? Still need to finish my Vulpix and Ninetales artwork. Do it, Kara. Do it. Gorgeous. This was done by Shigenori Nigishi. Carton of Executes. Artist gang. I got a lot of artists in here, and I think that was my intention. I absolutely love my little artist community. I'm good. Scrambled eggs. I love how there's always one that's just missing out of its head. And did y'all know that executors sometimes lose one of their heads, and that head goes on to live as another execute? Carton eggs would be great, right? That would be a great illustration rare. That would be great illustration rare. Would be Execute in a carton of eggs. I won't say much, but I'll say I got your text, and I appreciate that. I love you very much, and I hope that you're doing well, Auntie. Here's our Fearow off that Spearow we saw earlier. Kara, when I done Ninetales and Vulpix, they come out a bit sad, but cute. They're always cute. That might be my next drawing project. That wouldn't be a bad drawing project. Or Easter eggs. That would be a good one too. Maybe them at a costume party dressed as Easter eggs. Sad and cute is good. Sad and cute is good. Derpy and cute is also good, I found out. There's a big market out there for the derpy cards. Appreciate you, Halion. This was done by the exact same artist, which I absolutely love, and that Spearow was going places, and maybe this is him coming home, because this one looks like he's more returning home than going out. Derpy is great. Yeah, Derpy tickles Kara's funny bone. I know we were in D. Hibbsy's stream the other day, and he made everybody turn themselves into Wailords, and it was a great fun time. Here he got a text. Here he got the text. Sending Yes, there was a family member that sent me a text, and I just wanted to make sure they knew that I appreciated them being here. Reading one of my drawing streams. Name looks familiar. So, yeah, and she's another wonderful artist, Mishins, Alice. You should check out her streams when you get a chance. When she is streaming, she does little streams and draws and whatnot. And I believe that she will also be on Pokemon cards one day, as well as Halion. And Dex on. I miss Dex. I hope he's doing well. Best battle ever. Whale Lords covering up the whole screen. It was amazing. I tried doing derpy. You do, and your stuff's so cute, Alice. Speaking of, oh, this is Corrado So again. I just love how happy this dude is. Like, yeah, I found some shade. Let's go. Haven't tried derpy art, but now I want to do it. Sometimes we need a little love from people we don't know. It goes a long way. Well, absolutely. Absolutely, Alice. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Hug someone that you love today. Tell someone that you love them. Polywhirl, yes. What did I say? I probably didn't say polywhirl. I probably said poly something else. Polywhirl, yes. Kindness makes the world more bearable. It absolutely does. And I've been saying it for a long time, but it takes absolutely $0 to be a decent person. I love that wall behind him. I do too. I love that they kind of took the artwork a little bit further. Here's a theory, a PokéGhost theory. What if he's the artist of the art behind him and he's proud of what he drew? And somebody was like, can I take a picture of you in front of it? And he's like, hang on. Yeah. True words from a wise man. I appreciate that, Mishins. I appreciate that. If you want to see love in the world, you got to put the love in it. It's as simple as that. And you don't have to believe what I believe to know that the best way to treat another human being is the exact way you want that person to treat you. Speaking of Mama Ghost, that was one of my very first lessons. Super cute, super cute. True words from a wise woman, indeed. No, never enter my art, but I do send art to friends. That she does. I wanted to talk to you about that as well, Alice, because I was thinking of, and I mean, at this point, it's going to be a very real thing, but I'm going to be doing artist appreciations on artists in the community, and you are one of those artists in the community. So I might be reaching out to you to collect some things, such as like your permission to do it. Technically, it's also free, but always better to pay the world with kindness. It really is. Always pay it forward, y'all. So here's Drowsy sitting on the roof. Looks like he's smelling or tasting somebody's dreams. I don't know. It looks like he's totally content with where he's at. For viewers and some friends have bought my art. Absolutely. Absolutely. And rightfully so. I would absolutely pay for your artwork, Alice. Moshu. Mushu. Scratched his butt and is sniffing it now. Mishins. When did I eat beef? Mishins, you're funny. Is getting a summer glow. You think he's tanning out there? He's starting to get a little tan. Sniffing his fingers, laughing about that. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Can't unsee it now. Alright, Kara. I hope you're ready for this. Because it's not only my favorite artist ever, but it happens to be your favorite Pokemon. I did not know that Kawaii has done a Vulpix. He's drawing his mud. If you can think that's mud, I think that's just his bottom half. Moonglow? Might be Moonglow. I do think it's at night. I do think it's at night. Because he likes to eat dreams. Whee! My little Firefox. Yep. Cute little Firefox, one of the best Vulpix out there. It is done by Kawaii, which is my top favorite artist of all time. And I just love that he got to do Vulpix in 151. Gotta go take wifey out to celebrate. Excellent. Have a good stream, brother. I appreciate you, Missions. Drop by anytime, and I'll see you around for sure. And happy Mother's Day to the wifey, if that's the celebration. But I hope you two enjoy your time out tonight. We do have the Pokeball. Shelder. No, it was Missions who said that. I was thinking maybe he had berry and was sniffing his... Oh, had a berry and was sniffing... Oh, okay, I got you. Have a good time, Missions. Yep, have a great time. And we'll see you around, brother. Thank you for dropping in. It means the world. And then, of course, for our buddy EDFL Deadpool fan, I would be remiss if I didn't put this to the side. Pokeball Snorlax for Mr. EDF. Tried to get him here to summon him, but didn't work. Snorlax, what a big old cutie. What a big old cutie Snorlax is. I always think Pokemon are munching on berries, which makes sense, right? Because if you give a Pokemon a berry to hold, then he's going to eat it in battle automatically when he needs it. And then, of course, the snake. We got the Arbok EX. Getting hyped for the EX. Super cute. They might be, yeah, he might be. Hyped for the EX. Little EX hype. Of course, I don't know if Mr. Skang is in here, but I don't know if you have these Pikas. Still collecting a bunch of Pikas for you. And then we can, of course, run through and see which ones you need, which ones you don't, but... we must save the Pikachu. Alright. We're about 10 minutes to the 2-hour point. Just taking a look through some of these. So many notifications. Nothing as of yet, Halian. Nothing as of yet. I don't want to say that's a bad thing. But tomorrow is Sunday. We don't get post on Sunday. So Monday is when I'll be able to check again. But normally the post office will send me pictures of envelopes and packages that I can expect that day. And so if I do see that, I'll let you know before anybody. I promise. How many episodes didn't Pikachu and his friends sneak in to eat all the food and berries? That is a good trivia question, but honestly, not many, probably. Plus, isn't Pikachu like a huge fan of ketchup? Or am I making that up? Have you heard anything on your side, Alien? Hopefully it's delayed because of our holidays and nothing else. And, you know, that's something that I low-key might have forgotten about, was the holiday that you had. And so, yeah, it very well could have been. So, this was another, I think this was Paldean Fates, because, of course, I did tell the story of Kay and I going back and forth with buying each other packs, and when I got my Paldean Fates pack, this was in it. Which was a reverse hollow Gengar, which was super cool. Loves ketchup, that's what I thought. Hope it's only, yeah, I'm hoping that it was only the holiday. So, love the Gengar. It is a moon card also, but sorry, this one's for the ghost. Love my Gengi boy. Nice, right? And then, of course, Pikachu seems to be the theme. I do have a Raichu signed by the one and only Bro Rips. He's still lurking around. Appreciate you, bro. Got this beautiful Fido by Sakio. Ooh, me too. I was wrong. Remember, Ash gave the fake ketchup. Gave the fake name Ketchup in that episode. Pika liking it too much. It was a Dark City Showdown. Dark City Showdown. Excellent. So you're saying that's where it originated from? He did give the fake name Ketchup, because his last name is Ketchum. Gotta catch 'em all. Namona's backpack? Why does that look like a real backpack? Who did this? Ayumi Orishima. Fido, super cute. He's a fairy Pokemon too, he truly is. We got the grapple locked. Looking like a boss, throwing water. Somebody uses motion really well. Sonosuke Sukuma. Searching for an opponent to test his skills against, it emerges onto land. Once the battle is over, it returns to the sea. So this thing is so hardcore that it comes onto land and slowly dies while it fights to test itself, and then goes back to the water when it's done. That's pretty much what I heard. What is Gengar's description? To steal the life of its target. Holy moly. It slips into the prey's shadow and silently waits for an opportunity. To steal the life of its target. That's the first time I haven't seen, like, to drain their target's life energy or essence. And it also doesn't specify if it's a person or Pokemon. Our commands aren't working tonight. Yeah, they're not working tonight, Alice, unfortunately. That's why copy pasta is good. The Crisis Punch. Shout out Caradox Rift. Crisis Punch. You know what that card is, Kev? What card? Kushti. That card is Kushti. Kushti. Gengar absolutely is. That's Kushti right there. For those that don't know, Kushti is England slang for like everything's good, everything's fine, everything's okay. Sad no links. I know. No links for the commands. Mods can still post links, but sad no links. There's only one person that could have done this, and I want to say it's Sui. I suppose it could also be at Atsuko Nishida. But this is Sui. Emitting ultrasonic cries, it floats onto winds to travel great distances. What a cute Chimecho, right? Sui! Which is, again, one of my top 5 favorite artists, Sui. Are they calling a pig? Sui! You're funny, man. It's Pikachu! This from Paldean Fates. Yeah. Ochikachi. Look at that Pikachu having a good time. Running around. Let's read Pikachu's description. Anything weird in there? When it is angered, it immediately discharges the energy stored in its pouches on its cheeks. Might be getting tired of smidge. Well, you can get to bed, Matt. All is good, man. All is good. Probably won't be going too much longer. It's getting a little late here as well, and I still haven't eaten dinner quite yet. Got the Noibat, which I'm very annoyed is clearly at night, yet there's no moon shown. But that's okay. Little Noibat. Got up this morning at 7 to get the prismatic drop. That's right, a lot of people went to the GameStop to get that drop of prismatic. I did not, because I'm kind of Kev the PokéGhost at the moment. That's funny. Going to say hello to other. Nice to see you. Happy Mother's Day. Have a great day, Alice. I hope you have an amazing Mother's Day as well. Appreciate you popping in. Nope. I have a duty to my streamer. I will stay my post till dismissed by the end of the mission. Yeah, I'm about to jump off myself so I can get some rest and work tomorrow. Still need to take out the doggo. Well, you have a beautiful night, Kara. When you do decide to go, I hope that your tomorrow goes well. And I'm sure we'll talk tomorrow. Tikamatsuno. It's small and its electricity generating organ is not fully developed, so it uses its tail to absorb electricity from people's homes and charge itself. Of course, the moochers are always the cutest little things, aren't they? They're gonna siphon all your electricity and probably drive your bill right through the roof. He's doing it right now from your computer, see that? It's right next to headphones and a computer. Matt is a legend. Matt is a legend. As much as he knows that's not necessary to that full extent, he knows I also appreciate it greatly. And he also knows that I would have gave him that 151 Squirtle, but I know he probably has 100 million of them already. Where did the card go? There it is. Cargo. Poop, poop. He's gonna leave a poo on that keyboard. If you aren't a mama, make sure you call yours tomorrow. Yes, make sure you do. I was really trying my hardest tonight to find a poetry, specifically around Mother's Day to read tonight, and I was very unsuccessful in finding one that was long enough and had context that I was looking for. So what I am going to do is I did write for my mother, but I might write a very original poem tomorrow so that I can, one, get back into the practice, because if you don't use it, you lose it. But I think it's time to start writing and seeing what I can produce today. Have your dad day in a month. Sheesh. Mama. There's our awesome artist, Kadama Hodorate. You're a Rakai. That's the best I got. Silly translation, but definitely an amazing artist. We got the Sinistcha, however you want to slice it, by Kuki Saitao. Prefers cool, dark places such as the back of a shelf or a space beneath a home's floorboards. It wanders in search of prey after sunset. That's a little odd. I didn't know that there was prey of the Sinistcha. There's our gorgeous Tangela. This is from Twilight Masquerade, y'all. And this is by Yoriyuki Ikigame. And Yoriyuki Ikigame was most known for nowadays for illustrating the 3 full art rares of the Bulbasaur line from 151. Same artist. And now that you know, you can kind of see it, right? Kind of see it. Beautiful Florges. Florges so gorgeous. By Ligton. They say that flower gardens created in Florges by Florges are consistently showered with the power that can heal both body and spirit. So that's what I'm missing. I just gotta go lay in a field of Florges, and my body and spirit will be healed. Reverum, probably one of the more vicious looking Reverums that I've seen. This is done by Hasuno. Reverum viciously threatens others with the sound of its exhaust. It sticks its tongue out of its cylindrical mouth and it sprays toxic fluids. Nothing about this Pokemon sounds amazing to me. I don't know if I'd want to own him. He sounds like it would be like hell to train to not spit toxic stuff everywhere. And it threatens people with its exhaust. It reminds me of those people that sit at red lights and rev their engine. You know, like be intimidated. I bet you that's what he does. Not a great Pokemon. This looks like a familiar artist. There's another Kawaii. Just don't evolve him and he'll forever mow your lawn. There you go. Another Kawaii art. Our Kawaii. Middle of Mighty Yenna. Of course, looking back, maybe he's telling somebody, proceed with caution. Man, this Crawdont by Karadaso. A rough customer that wildly flails its giant claws. It is said to be extremely hard to raise. Okay, so don't own a Crawdont. Crawdont, that was the name we couldn't think of. Because we were looking at this artwork from the Japanese set. The Mask of Change. We got the Whirlipede. By Kurgik. KRGC. Very cool art with the waterfall, right? We had that kind of conversation of like, maybe he's training his claws to be stronger by holding them under the current of the water. Maybe he's looking for something. Maybe he's washing his hands after he just annihilated an opponent. Ah, Chimchar. This is jerky, no doubt. It's gotta be. Its fiery rear end is fueled by gas made in its belly. Even rain can't extinguish the fire. Yo, is this thing permanently, like, farting? And so his tail is always there because it's gas? Excellent. Do you want me to do the same? I can put this one aside for you, Haley. Got Mushu. Another beautiful Chimecho. I see you, boo. Asako Ito. I think I have that one. Okay. Just making sure. I love that Asako Ito did a Sandygast, who is a ghost. A ghost that will suck you down and drain your life essence. Got the reverse Kawaii Mighty Yenna. That's cool to see. Diplin. Yeet. No, I'm just kidding. That's Sobuteri. Crocheting sand just feels icky. Yeah, I can see that. Crocheting in sand sounds even worse. Do the wave. Yo, this attack does 20 damage for each of your bench Pokemon. It doesn't even have to be a certain type or Pokemon. It could just be any bench Pokemon with 1 energy. So you could have a full bench and this thing could do 120 damage. Yeah, that's playable. I did, boo. I see you. and appreciate it. Which gives me a really good idea that I should probably do now. That's one tough apple, right? Right? Little sushi. Tatsugiri! Here's another jerky. Tatsugiri is an extremely cunning Pokemon. It feigns weakness to lure prey and then orders its partner to attack. So, let's theorize here. Let's think about it. Do you think its partner is a Dondozo? You think every Tatsugiri gets a partnered with a Dondozo? Because you always kind of see them together. One doesn't evolve into the other. Or as bro would say, Dondozo. Palafin, shout out Mama Ghost. By Ligton. Gorgeous sunset dolphin. Got the Gapow Aron, which is a very unique piece of artwork to me. Very unique. I love how the only bluish colors are in his eyes. We've got a Tomokazu Kamiya. Shout it out, Halion. Do you need this one? Or is Vinipede one that you have already? On a full page of the sushi. Good luck. Good luck with that. We got the Girder by Aya Kusube. Gorgeous art. The Fione, wow. Sea Drifter Pokemon. Done by Aspara. We've been seeing that name a lot tonight. When the water warms, they inflate the flotation sac on their heads and drift languidly on the sea in packs. Languidly. I have that coming out. Okay, cool. Beautiful art. And then, of course, everybody knows that I have this really small, like for the Ogerpon masks. I really do. I know I have, I think I have a couple of these, actually. So this might very well end up in the giveaway pile, in the hit box, more or less. Which is really something that we should think about. What's up, Emmanuel Marias? I hope you're doing well, my brother. Hope you're doing really well. We're just going through telling a couple stories. Ooh, hey, like Fat Albert. What's up, Mike? How you doing? How you doing, fam? Hope you're doing well. Hope the fam is doing well. I didn't like Ogerpon, and then I played the game, and now I love it. Yes, that's exactly it. And not only that, but it could be any game, Emmanuel, because you could have played the Scarlet and Violet, which I know is the expansion that you're talking about, because it really outlines what a great guy Ogerpon really was, and what terrible things the Loyal 3 are. But you could also play him in the card game, and Teal Mask Ogerpon has some pretty incredible cards out there. But a little stressed a bit for others. ALB raid? What's up? Is that like now? Appreciate that, Boo. I was just about to take a break too. A little stressed a bit for others. What's up, Emmanuel? Why are you stressed for others, man? there anything that we can help ease your mind on? Is that a Yukimori I see there? It is a manual. This is a Yukimori Corsola first edition from Neo. This was actually a gift from It's JB's Pokestop. It arrived in the mail, and he said he saw it. He really appreciated the art. It was one of the arts that stood out to him, and he wanted me to have it. And I was floored. So absolutely appreciate the gift. It will be something that I cherish for a very long time. It's going to go in my sentimental binder for sure. ALB raid? Al? Devo, what's going on? What's up, Jane? How are you? I still have to reach out to you. You asked me to do that last time and I didn't. Government stuff, their ego. I am far from India. I am from India. I believe there is news about the country. Oh, absolutely. I hope everything's alright, Emmanuel. And I agree. I would say that things are a little nuts out there. I do want to say, just everybody stay confident, stay positive, that everything is going to be alright. Of course, my dad would say something clever like, oh, don't worry about nothing. Nothing's going to be alright. What up, Emmanuel? Says Debo. How was the stream, Al? Unless y'all are part of the early gang. How was the stream? How'd the rest of it go? Did they take you for everything? Or do you still have some of your cards? Yeah, we're here finally. What's up, Ernie? How are you doing? It went good till Zach won again? What did Zach win? Oh, that's not a bad idea. I forgot I did that. Keep forgetting to mention it. We're just looking through some art in Temporal. A Mewtwo. He won the Mewtwo GX at the end. He got the Mewtwo. Zach K1 raid. Get out of here. No shot, Zach. No shot you did that. Of course he did that. Why am I surprised? It's Zach Clauditz. It's Zach Clauditz. What's up, everybody? ALB, how are you, fam? How was the rest of the stream? Was that the only thing that you lost? Did they take you for everything? Follow up ALB, yes. I don't know why Streamlabs is going banana sandwich tonight. None of the commands are working. It's on the fritz, so I apologize. I appreciate that. Hey, man. Appreciate my mods being here. Full art, Matt. Like and sub on the way in. I appreciate that, Lori. Appreciate you, boo. Alien Ernie, everything. I didn't get taken tonight, but I did give people more than they didn't get much, huh? Well, that's always nice of you, Alan. Everybody, if you don't know, I know you all kind of came with the man, but he's absolutely wonderful at what he does. He is a brilliant member of the community. The community truly thrives, and you can see it growing and in full motion in his stream. And I can say I was a recipient of this kindness. Brangus McGee kind of went all out. He gifted some wheel spins to people, donated slots and duck races for others, and you can see a lot of that happening, and you can see it all happening right there in our stream. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're such a beacon for the community. Last week you got fleeced. Yeah. I will say that. I will say that. I was shocked. Thought I only had one entry. Guess I was wrong, says Zach. I guess I was wrong. No, congratulations, brother. I guess you could say that was because your birthday was last week, huh? A late birthday. Love you too. And because of that gift from Brangus, I actually got myself an autographed ALB card, so. Won't let you buy that dang energy. Come on. I had 3 entries. I'm not here. I told someone I'd go to bed and get sleep, so I've already done that, but my PokéGhost is modding for me. Oh, that's funny. Last week I couldn't walk after the I can only imagine, man. Could only imagine. I appreciate y'all being here. Of course, all of you may know me. I am Kev the PokéGhost. If you're unfamiliar with the stream, I really do slow down a lot. I like to appreciate the art of the cards. I do giveaways sometimes. My hitbox is a little bit light right now, but of course I think that this ogre pawn might be a good one to give away. But really, I just like to hang out, tell stories, answer questions, share the art, and open product when we can get it. Things have been a little bit down lately. I did hurt my back recently, and it kind of took me out of the streaming chair for a minute. Truth be told, I probably shouldn't be sitting here now, but I absolutely missed what I do, and that's hanging out with all of you. Sharing the art of the card with all of you and telling stories for days. So once I do get things back to a little bit normal, I will be getting more Japanese product. I do like to rip Japanese product if I can find that at an affordable price still. And yeah, we go through, we rip that, we appreciate the art, we give away the hits. It's quite a fun time, so that's what we're normally used to. But really, what we do is look through cards and find artists for the artist appreciation shorts I do on my channel. If you have a favorite artist, I would love to know what that art is, and you can go ahead and put it in the chat. Last week I couldn't walk after the stream. Ah, man, it was a great stream. Streamlabs is broken today. I forgot about that. Everyone like and sub, absolutely. Appreciate that. 573, when did that happen? I appreciate you guys. Get me over that 570 mark. We're on the road to 600. I do have a card I'm giving away at 600. Let me show you what that card is after we appreciate this artist, which is Yoshi Okuda. Like a rock attacks its prey with its sharp claws and fangs. It loyally obeys the instructions of a trainer's trust. It trusts. It's man's best friend. Of course it's going to. But that is a gorgeous artwork. Let's go, says Ernie. I know, ish. Better not be Squirtle Bang. Whoa. Whoa. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Or maybe that's a Celebrations promo. Greninja Gold Star, you know, just something. Just something small, you know. Gonna degen on lounge, see what slab I wind up with. That's not a bad thing either. Very cool frog, right? Aldino, check DMs, says Ernie. Aldino, check your DMs. Ernie sliding in DMs tonight. Let's go. But that's what we're giving away at 600, y'all. So appreciate that. The road's been fun. The journey's even greater, and I appreciate making it with all of you. And I say it over and over again. I would not be any of me without all of you. So super appreciate you all. Let's get back to some of the artwork. Al, super appreciate the raid fam and what you do for the community. Fairly certain everybody here is subbed up to you and then some, but if by chance you are out there and not subbed up to ALB, please do. Lori, I'm sorry you had a rough day. Sorry you had a rough day, and sometimes degenning is just what we can do, and yeah, I hope you pull a fire slab, man. You absolutely deserve it. Ghost on for Alligator. Did anybody else was like just loyal to for Alligator back in the day in Silver and Gold? Very cool frog. Get out from under your rock and sub up to this legend weirdo. Very unique art, Deerling. This is by Rand, not Rend, by Rond. Rend, super high realistic. Rond, very under-rendered realistic. Plus, it kind of looks like Deerling has a broken leg. But honestly, it's a beautiful piece of art. Absolutely love the fine points in this piece. If it's that Pika, I'd be happy with another Sarah Ledge. Yeah. Indeed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sick Pika. Any Pika in the slab would be cool. I already saw the Iron Jugulus quite a bit. Kichirito. Kichirito. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see that flying at you. Of course, I think Hydreigon is a little better design. Yeah, that Pokemon base air ledge is pretty sick. Got the shift tree. Let's go. Chuchiro Gunjima. I think this is another one of Halien's favorite artists. 32 of y'all in here. Absolutely insane. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see. Let's do something. Yeah, let's do something. I don't know what to do. Cutie Fly by Sakio. Let's get through this little stack here. See if we can look at some. The Giraffe Rig. Running through grass. Matt. Talking about dinner, running from the storm. Got the Bramblin. Then suddenly a Japanese Roaring Moon. That's pretty cool. Pokeball Seed Horsey. And the Monkey Dory. This is from Night Wanderer, and guarantee this is a hit going in the box. Can't remember if I like him. I'm 100% on Hyoganosuke, Jerky, Komiya, and Kazuki. Alright, alright. Cool. These are gorgeous also. I like my Pokeballs. I need to get some of my sleeves. Hyoganosuke, Jerky, Komiya, Kazuki. Excellent. See, I'm a Kawaii. I guess number 2 would have to be a Sakanushita, just simply based on longevity in the game. Then I believe it would be Aya Kasube. His art just really stands out. And then our boy Soft Hair Balls. Sumiyushi Kozuki Berry. Okay. I agree. Very goated. Very goated indeed. I agree. The Monkey Dory. Put him in the hit pile. Let's see, what else? What else is in here? Aw, well that was certainly nice. I remember KO was opening Paldean Fates, and KO knows that I have a special love for Mime. And so, oh, Shibuza. That's another really great one. Ayakasube is amazing. Yep, I agree. But she opened a pack of Paldean Fates, she pulled a baby shiny Mime Jr., and she gave him to me. How sweet is that? So thank you, KO. I absolutely appreciate you for that. This was done by Saya Saruta. And what's really neat is normally when you see cards like this, the character is generated, you see 5-man a lot. But every baby shiny in Paldean Fates, all 130 of them, or 113 of them were drawn by an artist in the game. And so each one was hand-drawn by somebody. And I thought that was a super cool feature to have, so thank you again, KO. I super appreciate you for that. I'm going to put that back as is, so I got to get back to my filming and long-form content. It just takes so much work. So much work. And I have them all. Well, good for you, Matt. Good for you, man. Like, for real. Sorry, that sounded a little, sarcastic or facetious, but no, totally good for you. Mr. Zards, oi! How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, brother. Says, I have them all. Very cool. Very cool, Matt. Yeah, super cool. That's like a dream come true. So, played a little game called Rippin' Energies, and ended up with a pack of Obsidian Flames and a pack of Brilliant Stars, which is kind of cool. So here we go. Some more Obsidian Flames artwork, Arboliva. I'm a believer. Darkrai by Boon Tuju. Taojo. I had video found how Pokemon cards are made. Huge, long process. It truly is. Absolutely. Thanks for that, Lori. Appreciate you. Okay, go check out Mr. Zard's mix. Super funny guy. Super talented. And quite the green thumb. There's a fungus among us. It's a cute little fungus by You Order You Be. Of course, they're super annoying in the game because they truly do look like Pokeballs sitting on the ground. We got the Flamigo. Hiroki Asunuma? This Pokemon apparently ties the base of its neck into a knot so that energy stored in its belly does not escape from its beak. Is his neck always tied in a knot? Have you guys ever noticed that? I love your garden Zards. But the koalas, right? Right? This man, there's koalas up there. Like, get out. That's great. I never noticed that. Somebody's going to have to find another Flamigo card and see if their necks are tied in a knot. I did not know that we're trying to prevent energy from escaping its body. That's super cool. I gotta see if it is saved somewhere. Yeah, see if you have it saved, man. You can post it in the Discord. Belly Bowl. Belly Bowl. Shout out Belly Bowl. Shout out PokéGirl Jessie. Kuki Saitao once again. When this Pokemon expands and contracts its wobbly body, its belly button dynamo and its stomach produces a huge amount of electricity. Yeah, we read that last time too, and just imagine him puffing up. And then attacking. Super cute. For those that don't know, sorry to ruin this for all of you, but this is his face, his eyes and mouth. These are actually his nostrils, so... Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. I forgot that the commands are broken. So we're going to have to get in there and we'll post the link. Yuck, right? Yuck, says Haley. I'm sorry, I did not mean to ruin that for you. Trevenant by Anasuki Dynamique. Or Dynamic. Small roots that extend from the tips of his Pokemon's feet can tie into the trees of the forest and give Trevenant control over them. Well, I'm up again. What's up, JP? What's going on, man? Can't sleep? Did see you. There's another Yukamori. Check that out. How cool is that? Yukamori 2023. Yukamori 1995. And that's the joy of this sport, this hobby. Still got to join your Discord. No, in and out, can't finish the race. I get that, man. I get that loud and clear. And I know that things like ASMR help out a lot for me. So just listening to the sound of things I've probably heard a million times, or I'll listen to like the bowls. They hit the bowls and you know, I like that kind of stuff, the meditation stuff. To be honest, I like the Corsola more. You know, Haley, and I gotta side with you. I like the Corsola more as well. I think it's a lot more nostalgic a bit. And speaking of nostalgia, here's another Saitao. Finishin. And a ball toy with a What is that, a Rowlet weather vane? I thought was pretty cool. The Tibetan bowls are nice. That's it. The Tibetan gong bowls or sound bowls. Yep. Love that. And honestly, I think it's just somebody talking. You know, and if there's somebody just talking to me, at me, or telling me to do something, look somewhere, it's like those are the things that make my brain like focus on one thing. And if I focus on one thing for a long time, I will eventually get tired. Speaking of nostalgia, let's go ahead and jump back into a time where everything had yellow borders. Chimecho seems to be coming up a lot tonight, which is totally fine. We like our Chimecho. This one was done by Mahau. Appreciate that, Lori. Everybody go sub up to JB's Pokestop. Oh my goodness. You got to be kidding me. How cute is this card? Alright, we got to appreciate the card. Look at just how awesome this is. He's building a little snowman. So cute, right? He's building a little snowman. Atsushi Furusawa? Because it's very proud, it hates accepting food from people. Its thick down guards it from the cold. That is so cute. What a cute Piplup from Brilliant Stars. I love that. We've got Shroomish, looking like a boss, a little grumpy boss. I see a Wooloo in the background there. That's a little character cameo. Nice Shigenori Negishi. Sprouts poisonous spores from the top of its head. These spores can cause pain all over if inhaled. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. It was a little cute until that. I don't want to feel pain all over. We got the Purloin. Halion doing some amazing things with artwork recently. Sorry, I was putting on my duck race. No worries. I saw it. ALB. Hope you're doing well tonight, fam. After stream, did you, you're still streaming tomorrow too, yeah? It's a gorgeous little card. Narumi Soto. Quack. Says it's JB's. Of course, the ghosts always do like to find me, so I was able to pull the Duskull from Brilliant Stars, and how amazing is this Duskull looking? Kind of looks like he's looking for something, like, yoo-hoo. But man, just absolutely gorgeous. By Satoshi Nakai. If it finds if it finds bad children who won't listen to their parents, it will spirit them away, or so it is said. Peer pressure yellow energy. Oh, this is a little bit low. I forgot. Now this, which has the moon card, right? Look at that moon. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Fox tonight on any stream. Its paws conceal sharp claws. If attacked, it suddenly extends the claws and startles its enemy. Energy for Lori. Rabble, rabble. Peer pressure, yellow energy. Oh, if there's any shiny anything, just shout it out. Tomorrow only giveaway besides the duck race. Excellent. Al has a specific energy. I believe it is an electric energy. And it's quite shiny. Or am I crazy? Is this not also Claire de Lune, speaking of moons? It is. Oh my god, how weird is that? Claire de Lune, speaking of moons. You're not crazy, that's crazy. Like, only here would stuff like that happen. Al does have specific energy. Oh, you mean on energy. It's gorgeous by Hatoya? Hatoya. Interesting. Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy. I have to give you that ruffian. I want to see it in the back. That's funny. That's why I do 20 if the winner doesn't claim. I'm just gonna leave this Jackson here. Where's the donate button? I got something pinned up there, Al. I do indeed. I figured that might be okay since it was just sitting there. And, yeah. Hard times. But things will get better. Things always get better. And I guess that's something else I like to remind everybody. Is as much as we don't like to think about it, everything's eventual. No matter how you slice it. You could ask yourself, is that within walking distance? And I remind you that everything's within walking distance if you have enough time. And right now I just try to remind myself of my seed story. Of when sometimes your seed gets trapped under a log and you might have to change direction for a bit. Yeah. And directions can change, but we can always change too and continue to grow. Did pull the flag on V as well from the Brilliant Stars packs, so that was pretty nice to see a V regardless of anything in an old pack. It's always good to see a hit. Right, Hatoya is Pigeon Shop. Hataya, right? Hatoya is Pigeon. Uh-oh. I hope I'm not offending an artist. Ha. Hataya. Yeah. You're right. Hope that was you, Al, coming in with the dono. Well, you know me, Al. I appreciate that, fam. I can look right now. Albert was too. Better be. Nobody better have that. Of course, everything will close. Show off, Jake. LB is a legend. He is a legend in his own rights, man. Ah, that's such a good poem. There's nothing into this one. It's not as bad as they say. I don't care what anybody says, Al. You're okay in my book. This was a very this was a very thoughtful gift from a legend on another stream that I do watch, Mr. Bro Rips. There's a legend in that community by the name of Old and Gray, and he's always in there, and he's always just giving the most, and I don't know, I think he really likes to watch us fight each other. He's always pitting us against each other, buying booster boxes and letting us battle it out. And out of one day, I was just in Bro's stream, and there an order came through for Old and Gray, and Bro read the note, and the note said something to the equivalent of, Kev, you're doing an amazing job with your shorts, and your Bro video was amazing. Keep up the great work. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that right now, Boo, without it shutting down. But for sure. And I wish Streamlabs wasn't being a little bare. Someone said you were overrated in ADF stream? Who was that? Who said that? I want names. Oh, was it me? I wasn't serious. Who did the rating? Oh, LB, you're not overrated. Not even a little bit, man. Not even a little bit. If anything, I know that there's a little bit of a gap in space and feeling with Rocket Scott being a little bit more absent. I love seeing him coming back a little bit more and doing his thing and telling more stories. It's really good to see him back, and if anybody had to kind of fill that in, I think you do a really great job at that, ALB, when it does come to the giveaways and making sure that, like, you do a lot of the background stuff to bring awareness to people's channels, and that's something that I appreciate tenfold. In fact, there's a lot of times I'll just be sitting here and then I'll see something pop up in a Discord and you're like, hey, so-and-so is streaming, everybody, let's get them there. And we hang out there and just make their night. And yeah, that's something I appreciate too. Alright, we got them all. We're back to Hyogonosuke. Oh, PSA type rating. Nope, right on. Who did the rating? PSA type rating? Oh, okay. There's a Hyogonosuke for you, Alien. I think I gotta turn the music on. I think it's been a minute because I haven't found new streamers in a minute. That's true too. I think that a lot are, I think a lot of the new people are just not there. Let me know, Alien. Nimble, Reverse Hollow. How the under and over rating stretches is a joke. Oh, that PSA? Yeah. And this was Yukamori too. I know 4 new ones coming. I'm bad to settle in for a while. Might come around organically. Or it wasn't you. It was someone else that said me and Rocket Scott was. Easy now. I think that's such a rude thing to say, overrated. And that's really funny. Now I get what they were saying. I know you don't care, Al. And nor should you. You shouldn't let that get to you. My father would tell me something like, you know, wolves don't really listen to the sheep too much. And people who can't see past the nose on their face and past the giveaways they're entered in are those people. So, for what it's worth, man, I know you don't care, but I'm sorry it was said. And there you go, yeah. I think Lori said it best. Hopefully they were also joking. I don't think there was any LOLJKs. Sao Sao? That's one of Al's favorite artists, Sao Sao. We got the Crispin. Tasteless. Tasteless. I'm loving the profile pic more and more, dude. I love how it looks when you're live because it's circled in red. That is true, and I do want to shout out ALB's new logo. It definitely stands out, and I noticed that A looks very familiar, like the A on Ash's hat for so many years. And I think that's what he went for. We got the Rotom. And Toshiano, okay. Probably. Lately, my only hate comments are that everyone wants my cat to beat me. I do too, though, so no fair. That's funny. Hopefully, for context, she's talking about in pack battles, her cat beating her. So Halion does these shorts where she battles her cat in pack battles. Everybody, go and check it out. There's more. Oh, it's Whisker. Wow. Well, I'll give you guys a couple of guesses if you'd like to take a guess at... there's a famous card that Whisker did, one that everybody knows very well. Can anybody name it, would be the question. While I drink my very, 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 very cold coffee. LB, love you, bro. It's the only time you're going to hear me say FD haters. Absolutely. I hope there's no kids in here. Of course, if there's kids on at midnight my time, which means it's almost 3 a.m. on the East Coast, Matt, you're crazy. Later, Matt. Okay, sinking ship, off to bed. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. Have a good night, Matt. In fact, it might be about that time that I start looking to wrap it up myself, y'all. And super appreciate you guys being here, of course. What I am going to go ahead and do... there was something that I wanted to do. Let me do that real quick, because I feel like we can maybe always end with a poem. And there was a poem that came up numerous times. Not only was it recommended to me, and I'm really, really sad that she's not here right now. Because Caradox Rift actually recommended this poem, and it is a very good poem by Robert Frost. And then I heard it again on a radio, an ad I was listening to, and then I was watching a cartoon, and suddenly there was a joke about it. And this poem was by Robert Frost, and it was called The Road Not Taken. So what I would like to do here is I am going to pause the music. I'm going to read this poem to y'all. And what I would like y'all to do, just join your Discord, appreciate that, Zach, I saw you pop in, is if my mods, is there anybody else streaming at the moment that we can maybe go and raid, show some love also? I didn't realize at the time. And before I do that, we're going to get through this stack from Old and Gray. These were 5 Stellar Crown packs that he bought for me, is what these are. And Whisker was better known for drawing that. Nice little trivia knowledge, little artist work. I remember that one. Wow, it's been a long time. Yep, that is definitely one, and it's one that I feel like we've all read at some point, whether it was in school or at home. Me, Tati. Ooh, also a great one, yep. Yep, yes it is. Oh my God, look at how happy he is. I've never seen a Slowpoke underwater. To 0, well done. Well done. He's actually called the dopey Pokemon. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Aha! No, this isn't the one I was looking for, but how cool is this Morgrim? Not many Impidimp fans out there. I love Grimmsnarl. Slowpoke is fire, right? It's just simple. It's just simple. It's a simple little Slowpoke. I would have loved to see like a Shelder down there with his mouth open. Like he was searching to evolve. I think that would have been a really cool touch. And a couple of things that came in those Stellar Crown packs. I actually, out of 5 packs, I pulled the Blastoise EX. Now that Matt's gone, I can show it. Yeah. I don't see other Pokemon streamers on. I think Spencer McKay is on, but he's doing Oblivion. Okay. Okay, and I can take a quick peek also. I would like to keep it in the Pokemon realm, of course, but not to say we always talk about Pokemon. We can find poetry or artwork. We could all go raid our pillows instead and stop the endless streamline, but do like to share the love if we can. Always rate a video or short. That's not a bad idea, Hanlan. That's not a bad idea at all. In fact, we can kind of do it in a double sense. What do you think? What do we think here? We think we can do it in a double sense. This Medicham looks familiar, doesn't it? Doesn't that Medicham look familiar? I feel like we just saw this Medicham. Oh. Well, then there's only one option. The Hollow Hunters it is. We have to go and say hi to those crazy boys. In fact, it's probably good that I'm ending now because they would probably come here, and I just don't know if I have that stamina to keep going right now. Plus, it would be good to rest my back. I was on. They're chill now. Hollow? Oh, Hollow? Yeah. They're chill now. Cool. Yeah, we can do that for sure. We can do that for sure. So let me put this away real quick because I want to keep everything sorted for when I sort it. And then we are going to read a poem, and then we'll go raid the Hollow Hunters. Oh, or we could go now, Haley, if you want to send people there now. But yes, I'm gonna read that poem here, and then we'll go ahead and head out, and then I'm gonna eat. 3-hour mark. Yep, that's gonna take us right to that 3-hour mark, which is kind of what I was pushing for. I am looking for that watch time, y'all, and I am just about to pass that 1,000th watch hour, and I really appreciate you guys putting in the time, watching the videos, watching the content, watching the shorts. Posted a bit early. Go later. Yes, let's go later. I think that happened naturally with my music too, which is kind of nice. The music stopped. That's perfect. Put these back real quick. And then, of course, I did want to make a statement that I'll give away everything. I'm going to get things written up and packed up probably tomorrow, and next week we're going to get them out. Don't forget to post public. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Absolutely will. Just got their mail today, making a video soon. Excellent. Alright, y'all. So this is a poem, a very old poem, by Robert Frost, who did pass in 1963. So this poem has been out for quite a long time, and it is called The Road Not Taken. It says, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no steps had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I feel like I messed up that one line and it took it out, so I'm sorry about that, y'all. But the road less traveled. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. It's a smaller poem, but it is a good reminder that whenever come to two roads and one seems more traveled, just because it's more traveled does not mean it's going to be the better road for you. And sometimes we need to take the road not taken to find the things that we're looking for. Or it could be construed as don't follow everybody just because they're going down that path. Make your own path. Which can be the same for a lot of content creators out there. Do your own thing. And with that, I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble for 3 hours and share some art with you. Sorry I didn't get around to any giveaways. It's just my hit pile is really, really small. And I want to do something better than EXs for y'all. So what we will do is I'll come up with something great, and next time I'm going to be streaming is Monday. I think I'm going to add Monday into my streaming schedule, y'all. So every Monday, Thursday, Saturday is what I'm going to aim for. But yeah, let's go ahead, and now you can, Halion. She did post the link a little earlier, but if you want to post that link again, let's go over and see our buddies, the Hollow Hunters. Let's go and say hi, PokéGhost raid. Let's see if we can make them laugh. And once again, appreciate you all being here. Remember, go ahead and get everything that you set out to get. And remember to always do it through peace, love, and Pokemon, y'all. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for believing in ghosts. Appreciate you, JB. You take it easy, too. Let's go haunt.